Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're prying open a fascinating, honestly kind of high-stakes concept that affects literally every single one of us, whether we realize it or not. We're diving into the black box of personal search visibility. We're going to uncover exactly how search algorithms construct your digital identity from the ground up. It's an incredible process, and understanding it, well, it's absolutely vital for your professional life today.
So I want you to imagine a scenario for a second. Picture a recruiter, maybe a potential new client, or an executive sitting at their desk right before a major meeting with you. What's the very first thing they do? Right, they open a new tab, and they Google your name. That split-second search query is essentially the modern equivalent of a background check, a reference call, and a first impression all rolled into one. But what actually appears on that screen when they hit enter?
Okay, let's dive into this. Personal search visibility is formally defined as the degree to which information about an individual appears and ranks within search engine results pages, or SERPs for short. But what does that actually mean in plain English? Basically, it means that in today's search ecosystems, your visibility functions as a direct reputation signal. It dictates how easily employers, collaborators, and your broader professional network can discover and evaluate you. If you aren't visible, or worse, if the wrong things are visible, your digital credibility takes an immediate hit.
Section 1. The first digital impression.
Let's look at exactly what people see when they look you up. You got to stop thinking of search results as just a random list of links. The first page of search results is, quite literally, your first digital impression. Think of search engine results pages as reputation interfaces. They organize and present information that frames your professional context way before you ever shake someone's hand or hop on a Zoom call. Whether it's a knowledge panel, a news result, or your LinkedIn profile, this page defines the exact sequence through which people encounter your digital identity.
Section 2. Building your digital entity.
Now, search engines aren't just digital filing cabinets storing static documents. No, they are highly active entity builders. Let's walk through this step-by-step algorithmic process. Step 1, your name is searched. Step 2, the search engine crawls the web for data. Step 3, that information is indexed, basically categorized for retrieval based on relevance and semantic relationships. And finally, Step 4, a professional perception is formed. Your professional identity becomes entirely measurable through this process of content indexing and behavioral signals. The search engine is actively trying to figure out who you are and what you do.
See, your digital footprint is actually a network of interconnected nodes. You've got your professional profiles, academic publications, maybe some interviews, news coverage, and citations. Your reputation emerges from all this accumulated digital evidence. Search systems weave these seemingly disconnected data points together into a single, cohesive knowledge graph. They're looking for patterns. If you have an article here, a profile there, and a speaking engagement somewhere else, the algorithm connects these nodes to form a single digital entity, and that entity is you.
This is where we get into entity associations. This is how search engines connect you, the individual, with specific topics, organizations, achievements, and areas of expertise. Strong entity associations drastically improve your visibility because search systems literally learn to recognize your subject authority across the web. If your name constantly appears alongside terms like, say, financial modeling or sustainable architecture, the algorithm essentially hardwires that expertise right into your digital entity.
Section 3. SERPs and professional perception.
There is a massive divide between a strong and a weak digital footprint. On one side, we have a strong digital footprint. We're talking consistent information, accurate details, and authoritative publications. This coherence strengthens perceived expertise. But on the other side, a weak digital footprint. This is your outdated profiles, missing information, or contradictory details. This creates algorithmic uncertainty. If one profile says you work at company A and another says company B, the search engine loses confidence. Fragmented information weakens your entity perception and reduces your interpretability to the algorithm. So the crucial takeaway here is this kind of digital math, one piece of content equals one signal, but multiple authoritative sources, that equals a much stronger professional identity. Consistent, thematic content repeatedly validates your expertise. Your reputation doesn't evolve from one isolated publication. It evolves through cumulative content interpretation. When your authority signals align across multiple trusted sources, your search visibility naturally skyrockets.
Section 4. Authority, trust, and sentiment.
Trace this cause and effect domino sequence with me. First, authority is evaluated through citations, backlinks, and content quality. Second, this confirms your expertise in a specific subject area. Third, trust is established because your identity and facts align consistently. And fourth, this directly leads to stronger search visibility. Search engines inherently prioritize trustworthy entities to maintain the quality of their results. Reliable information is rewarded with higher placement. It really is as simple as that.
But it's not just about facts, right? It's about context, which brings us to sentiment interpretation. Search algorithms utilize natural language processing to analyze the positive, neutral, or negative language associated with your entity. Now, don't panic. Your reputation isn't based on a single rogue review. The algorithm is actually looking for aggregate perception patterns. Positive sentiment reinforces credibility, while consistent negative sentiment can alter your contextual associations. The system is constantly reassessing this balance as new content enters the index.
And keep in mind, reputation stability doesn't just happen overnight. It's a dynamic, long-term process. At 1 month, your content is indexed. By 6 months, consistent mentions are being tracked. At 1 year, digital trust is firmly established, and by 2 years, you finally achieve a stable identity. Search algorithms regularly update rankings based on freshness and relevance. A consistent, long-term footprint leads to resilient recognition. This means your digital identity won't just topple over because of one outdated link.
Section 5. Real-world career impact.
So, moving from algorithms, nodes, and NLP to the real world, let's look at how an initial search query directly funnels down into a tangible business opportunity. It starts with a search result. That forms a perception. That perception builds trust. That trust informs a decision, like inviting you to an executive meeting or a partnership discussion. And that decision ultimately becomes an opportunity. Career growth increasingly intersects with digital discoverability. A weak search result can absolutely break this chain before you even know an opportunity existed.
Which leads us to this profound realization. Digital trust functions as an informational asset. Your online credibility is a verifiable asset that employers, institutions, and networks heavily rely upon during their decision-making processes. Just like a financial asset, it needs to be monitored, defined, and maintained. Strong reputation signals enhance your visibility and reinforce your credibility over time, making this asset compound in value.
I want to leave you with this really powerful thought from Clear My Name. Your digital reputation is part of your professional identity. They aren't separate things anymore. The digital you and the physical you are intrinsically linked by search ecosystems. If you want to take control of your visibility and actively manage this vital asset, you can visit clearmyname.org to learn more. Until then, ask yourself, if a life-changing opportunity searched your name right now, would your digital entity be ready for the spotlight?